Hey guys, welcome to my video. I'm me and today I want to tell you about Anna Gomes. Let's see. Anna Gomes is a successful TV sports presenter, but most people still think of her as the famous women's ice skating champion who won several important competitions when she was younger. As a child, my dream was actually to become a ballet dancer. I didn't own any skates until I was 9, and I didn't become really keen on skating until I was 14, says Anna. She went to university where, despite ice skating almost all the time, she left with an excellent degree. I felt I owed it to my parents. They supported me through the university and expected me to do well there. I didn't feel I could disappoint them. In a sport where the most stars become famous as teenagers, Anna was unusual in being in her 20s before he won any major titles. When I was younger, I got very angry at competitions, shouting at the judges if I disagree with them. That made me unpopular, especially with other skaters. My techniques were just as good as theirs, and I had a very encouraging coach at the time. The problem was in my head. I just didn't think I had what it takes to be a champion. That changed as I won more competitions, and I was performing at my best by the age of 25. Anna retired from professional ice skating 5 years later. Having achieved great success during the period, it was a difficult decision as you get near the end of your career. People always ask, "You're going to stop?" At the time, I was sure that I was actually ready to give up. But looking back, I'm glad I stopped when I did. You shouldn't think too much about the past, just move on to the next things. And the second story I'll tell you is about Birger Sweet. Birger Sweet took over our village new agency at a time of life when most of us only wanted to relax. He just thought he would like something but not too much to do, and the new agency was ready-made. The business produced little enough for him, but then there were a chap who only wanted the simplicity and order and regularity of the job. He had been a long-serving sailor, and all his friends had done everything by the clock. Every day he opened his shop at 6 a.m. to catch the early trade. The paper arrived on his doorstep before that. Many of Bill's customers were city workers, and the shop were convenience for the station. Business were tailing off by 10 o'clock, so at 11 sharp, Bill closed for lunch. It was hard luck on anybody who wanted a paper or magazines in the afternoon, for most likely Bill would be down on the river fishing, and his nearest competitor grew 5 kilometers away. Sometimes in the afternoon, the evening paper landed on the doormat, and at 4 o'clock, Bill repented. The evening rush lasted till 7, and it was worthwhile. He lived there in a flat above the shop alone. Except in very bad weather, you always knew where to find him in the afternoon, as I have said. Once, on a sunny afternoon, I walked home along the riverbank from a shopping trip to the village. By my watch, it was 3 minutes past 4, so I was astonished to see Bill sitting there on his little chest with a line in the water. He had no luck, I could see, but he was making no effort to move. "What's wrong, Bill?" I called out from the path. For answer, he put a hand inside his jacket and took out a big golden object. For a moment, I had no idea what it could be, and then it suddenly went off with a noise like a fire engine. Stopping the bell, Bill held the thing off and called back, "10 to 4, you see, and this is dead right." He stood up and began to win in his line. I have never known anyone carry a brass alarm clock around with him or her before. Okay, this is the end of the video today. See you in the next video. Goodbye.